Hello everyone. Now we understood how to use the modules from different packages, right? So in the previous session, we started loading the module called pandas, numpy, matplotlib, cbon, right? So now what if you create your own modules which helps you to perform some tasks, right? Without further ado, let's create our own modules which do some certain task and perform some operations. So what is module? Modules are basically where you are creating a file in such a way that that file contains class or functions or an variables. So let me start sharing my screen and start explaining you how to create your own module. So let me go back to the Python notebook. Let's create a new file here. So let me go for new and let me create a new notebook. So always while creating a module, keep one thing in mind, you want to create a .py file. For the testing purpose, what I'll do, I will start using the Jupyter notebook. I will just test it out and then I will convert the entire file into .py file and then I will perform the certain operations. So let me create a module called bank module. Let me rename this as bank module. So while creating the bank module, first thing what you can do, you can create the summary of the features of the bank module. First parameter is summary of features in the bank modules. So next what you want to do, you want to create an account and you want to initialize the balance. So second, create a bank account with an initial bank balance. Like consider I'm providing initial bank balance at the bank account as like 10,000. So I'm providing those information here. Initial bank balance. Now let me provide the deposited money. So user is depositing some money. So let me write it as deposit money. Deposit money. Now I will also try to perform some operations such as withdrawal money and as well as checking the balance after withdrawal. What is the current balance after withdrawal, right? Withdraw money with bank balance. And finally, let me view my what is the final balance or the status of the particular bank. So fifth point is view bank balance. So this is the 5 steps that I will follow to perform some certain task. So let me make this into markdown. So without further ado, let me start creating my own class now. So let me create my own class as bank account. So I've created the one class as bank account. So for each class, as I mentioned, first I want to write the simple account details. That is nothing but I'll create a module which take few attributes. So the module name I'm providing here is def underscore init, initializing it underscore where you want to provide self. I'm providing two attributes. One is account holder details and as well as bank balance. So let me provide the account holder details as account holder comma balance. So let me initialize the bank balance at 0 for now. And below that I am writing multiple statement. So self dot account holder is equals to account holder. So I am printing the account holder details. I will do the same thing for balance is equals to balance. So we have initialized the first module. Now we'll initialize the another module called deposited amount. So defining a module called deposit. So it takes an one attribute, that is amount. What is the amount that you want to deposit? So let me write as self comma the amount that you want to deposit. So I have written as amount. I am calling the if the amount is greater than 0, what it want to do, it should add to the balance that the already the current balance of the particular person. For example, if I depositing 5,000, so if the person has already 5,000 in his account, so once he deposit 5,000, your total balance should be 10,000. That's what I'm mentioning here. If the amount is greater than or 0, what I want to do, self dot balance plus equals to amount, and I want to return the what is the current balance that the person has after depositing the amount. So I will try to return. So I am writing the dot format, deposited amount. What is the deposited amount? That is nothing but amount, and the new balance amount, let me write as current balance. So current balance is nothing but where, let me writing values in the curly braces, because this is the value that I am providing here in the dot string. So self dot balance. So I have successfully mentioned this. So let me go back and provide the else statement. So in the else statement, I am providing return. So the deposited amount should be positive number, it should not be negative number. So let me return this as, if the person is entering some negative number, like for example minus 300, so minus 300 rupees cannot be deposited, right? So in case if by the typo error if we mention minus 300, it should throw an return statement by stating that deposit amount must be positive value. So till here we have created an attribute where it takes, we have created a class which takes two attributes, one is account holder details and as well as the balance. So we also created an module such that depositing the amount, what is the amount that is going to deposit. Now we'll create another method by using def keyword, that is withdrawal. What is the amount that the user is withdrawing from the bank? So I will write the name of this particular method. So withdraw. So I want to provide self. So again I will provide the amount. So amount is mentioning to withdrawal. Again I am writing a condition, if the withdrawal amount is greater than the balance amount, it should throw an error by stating that the person has insufficient balance. So I am writing if 0 or less amount, or it is less than self dot balance. So if it is less than 0 or if it is amount is less than the balance amount, you want to write this statement. Self dot balance minus equals to where I want to extract some amount. So self dot balance minus equals to where I am writing amount, where I am deducting the amount from the current account. I am writing else. Before writing else, it's better to return this statement here. Return. So again I am writing an dot format. I am providing here withdrawed amount, that is, let me write as amount, and the current balance is equals to self dot balance. So this is the current balance that the person has now after withdrawal. So let me write an else statement here. Else amount is greater than self balance. That is nothing but if the amount is more than the, or the withdrawal amount is more than the current balance amount, I am writing this statement. self dot balance. I'm writing this statement called return insufficient balance. Or else, let me also write another condition. If you want to write multiple conditions rather than else statement, you want to write elif statement here, and you can go with else statement return. Always make sure that whenever you are writing an else statement, you are not writing any condition. You cannot write conditions in the else statement. Only in the elif statement you can write the condition. If you have multiple conditions, first condition should be if, and then you can write multiple elif statement and you can write else statement. So in the else statement, I am returning withdrawal amount should be positive value. If the user is giving some negative value, it should again does not accept it. So I'm mentioning withdrawal amount must be positive. So let me write the last module or last method, that is nothing but checking the balance. I'm defining the method, and this method called check balance. So I will use it as self. So inside this self, let me return my current balance, current account balance, for the account holder. So I will provide the account holder, that is nothing but self dot account holder name. Along with this holder name, I want to provide the bank balance, that is nothing but self dot balance. So this is the complete information that I have created. So now I will test my code whether it is working fine or not. To test my code, if it is totally working fine, what I can do, I can just write f underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So now let me provide the account holder name. So let me provide the account holder name as Navya account. So this is your variable name that you have created, Navya account, or you can call it as instances name as Navya account. Now the main class is bank account. So this bank account takes two argument. One is your account holder name and the other one is current balance that the person has. So let me provide the account holder name as Navya, comma, and the balance that she has is 89,000. So if you execute this, so it is totally working fine. Now let me check the balance of the Navya. So check balance. So copy this, check balance as the method you have already created. You are calling this instances, that is Navya account dot check balance. Can you see here? It is telling the current balance for Navya is 89,000. The same way, I can just write as Navya account dot, if you want to withdraw the amount, you can write the withdrawal amount and then depositing amount, etc. So that provides the details of those information. So let me provide here an withdraw amount dot withdraw amount like 50,000. So it is telling the withdrawal amount is 50,000 and the current balance is 39,000. So this is totally working fine, where I can also provide this with different instances. For example, let me write as the same thing, let me copy it and let me provide the other instance name rather than Navya account, let me write as G1 account. So let me provide the name of the person called G1. So let me change this amount like 50,000. If I execute, so if I just write as G1 account dot withdraw, if I say withdraw of 1,50,000. So what happens if you provide this? It is telling that insufficient balance of the particular person, right? Can you see here insufficient balance? Because the current balance that the person has is just 50,000. But if he is tried to take out 1,50,000, it should throw an error. So let me change this instance name as G1 account. So check balance, the balance of the particular person is just 50,000. So this is totally working fine. So what let me do, let me copy this entire instances that I have created here. So I will paste it in the .py file. I will go here, I will create a new file. So I will paste this as I will rename this particular file as bank balance, bank account or bank balance, that is completely OVH, or bank module. .py. So now I have created the bank module.py as a new file. In this bank module.py file, I will paste the same code that I have been used. So it is currently working fine in my code. So let me save this particular file. So once it is successfully saved, let me create a new file, Jupyter Notebook file. So now let me start importing the model. So let me write import bank module. So if you execute this, can you see here? It is successfully imported. Bank module was not defined before. So you have created your own module now. So now it's successfully working fine. Same like you import NumPy pandas, right? The same way we have imported the bank module. So bank module is successfully imported now. So now I want to create a new bank account. To create a new bank account, what I can do, I can just specify the details. First, I want to create an instance. I will tell the instance as G1 Raj account. So this is my instances. So in this instances, I want to call the bank account, bank module. This is your bank module. That is the module name, bank module dot bank account. So you can see here in this bank module, we gave this name as class name as bank account. So you should paste the bank account here. So bank account was taking the two arguments. One is account holder name and the bank balance. So go here and provide the account holder name. Let me provide the account holder name as G1 Raj, and the bank balance, let me provide it as 85,000. So let me run this. Can you see here it is successfully accepted? If you want to print the details, let me write as print G1 Raj account, that is the instances that you have given. So this instance will take few different operations or few different modules, that is deposited, or this is the method that you have created, deposit. So if you want to deposit some amount, you can use deposit and you can provide some amount. So let me start with deposit. So let me deposit 5,000. So my current balance was 85,000. If I deposit 5,000, so now my current balance would be 90,000 because I am depositing 5,000. Can you see here? The deposited amount is 5,000. Now the current balance is 90,000. This is working great, right? So let me withdraw some amount. Let me write it as G1 underscore Raj. This is your instance name, G1 Raj account dot. If I want to withdraw my amount, so I can just use tab. So this is the account holder name balance checking, deposit and withdrawal. Let me write as withdraw. Withdraw, like I want to withdraw 2000 from this. So if I withdraw 2000 from the 90,000, what happens? Your current balance would be 88,000. Can you see here? The current balance is 88,000. So what if I withdraw like 1 lakh? If I have 88,000 as the balance, if I try to withdraw 1 lakh, you should not accept it, right? You should tell that there is an insufficient balance. Let me see what happens. Can you see here? It is printing insufficient balance. What if the user provide negative amount, for example, minus 200? Again, it should throw me an error by stating that withdrawal amount should be positive value. See how cool it is working, like the entire system that we have created, how the entire banking system works, right? So finally, we'll also try to see what is the balance that the person has. Check balance. So let me write as print. So let me provide the instance name G1 Raj underscore account dot check balance. So check balance. So check balance should not take any argument. So you can see here in the check balance, I have not provided any argument, right? Where is check balance? Check balance is somewhere here. Can you see here? Check balance does not take any attribute, but here withdrawal takes one argument as amount. Deposit take an argument called amount, and you are initializing, you are taking in two argument. One is account holder name and as well as balance. So if you just execute, the current balance that the person should have is 88,000. So the output balance should be 88,000. So instance can be many. So if you want to create another instances, what you can do, you can create your own another instances just by adding. Let me add another instances called Kiran account is equals to, so any name you can provide the instances name, that is completely up to you. So the module name that we have loaded is, we have loaded bank module. So let me provide the bank module dot, the class name that you have defined is bank account. So copy this class name as bank account, paste it here. So this bank account takes two arguments. One is the name of the person and the other one is what is the current balance that the person has. So the name of the person is Kiran Kumar and the current balance that the person has, so the current balance that the person have is, like, consider the person as 1,50,000. So now I have defined it. So I want to call this instance whenever I want some operations to perform. That is Kiran account dot check balance. Check balance is the function. So it is telling current balance for Kiran Kumar is 1,50,000. So the same way, if you want to create for other person, if you want to check for the Bharat, you can first write it as Bharat is equals to bank underscore module is the module name dot bank account is the class name. So this class again takes two parameters. One is name Bharat Kumar and the current balance is 78,000. So now if the Bharat wants to withdraw some amount, Bharat is the instance name, that is Bharat dot withdraw. Withdraw, let me tell that Bharat is withdrawing 10,000. So his current balance would be 78,000 minus 10,000, that the current balance would be 68,000. Can you see here? Now the current balance is 68. If you execute same thing, the output will be 68 rather than, sorry, I want to do it for Bharat rather than Kiran account, right? Let me change this Bharat account to Bharat. Can you see here? It is telling 68,000 as the current balance. So this way you can create your own module in Python and you can play with it. Always you want to make sure that while creating a module, you're creating it .py file, and then you're performing some certain operations. You can just load it same as you load in the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, etc. Various modules that it's used for. So that's it for the day. Thank you, everyone.